noise for Judd Reminger. How we doing, Germantown? How we doing? You guys good? Heck yes, we're at this class reunion or something. It's fun. That's real fun. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're gonna slow dance but keep room for Jesus and stuff later. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. You guys just wait. I'm gonna sing a lot of Whitney Houston tonight. It's gonna be fun. I just want to dance with somebody. It's a Whitney Houston song for the guy with the Carhartt. I know we kind of like judge a lot of people. Like you judge people all the time. Like you look at me right away and you're like, oh, this is what Aaron Rodgers will look like if he keeps talking to his family. Like that's basically what you guys thought right away. I get it. We're all judgy people. We're all, whether you say you are or not, we're all judgy people. Because we all do the same thing. We all judge the person in their car by themselves with their mask on. We all judge those people, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we all do. But we should stop judging them because, it's not fair. Because also some people sit alone in their car and listen to Creed, The one song that has no lyrics, but you still know what they say, Creed, love it. Live, laugh, love it. That's good. I'm 31. I'm 31, but I don't really think I'm not old. I'm not like an adult. The other day I was at a park and a kid's like, I need an adult. I'm like, what? I'll find you one. Let's find one together. Let's see if one's around. Don't ask why I was in the park. Monkey bars don't have an age limit. Let's go. Let's have some fun, Germantown. Let's go. I'm not even like a mature 31. I know I'm not mature because I will binge watch Law & Order SVU. Yeah, fan. We'll watch it. We'll watch it later. It's fine. I love it because I'm still not mature enough that at the end of Law & Order I still laugh at the name Dick Wolf. It's a funny name, guys. It's a funny name. Also on his driver's license it says Wolf Dick. That's even funnier. God damn. That's real funny. As you can tell by my comedy, I'm smart. I'm not a smart person. It's bad. Even when Reagan was up here talking about gaslighting, I was like, man, in this economy, those prices, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. For the longest time, this is true, don't laugh at me. This is true, I didn't know the difference between Tom Barrett or Tommy Bartlett. I just thought Milwaukee had a water skiing mayor, that's what I thought. Real rags to riches story, he got out of the Dells and now was running a town. Whatever mayors do. If you didn't get that joke, that's fine. That just means you didn't vacation in Wisconsin Dells like my family did every year, because that's all we could afford. And I'd have to sit in my Dodge Caravan for 2 hours, listen to my dad change one lyric on an AC/DC song. I'm on the highway to Dales, bam, bam, bam. That's really what it was. Me and Judd Reminger just in a Dodge Caravan. It was great. It's a great time. I loved it. I'll share some stuff with you guys tonight too. I'll get a little deep. I'm adopted, or as I call, picked up for agency. Thank you. Thanks for clapping. It's probably the guy who gave me up. It's fair. I also think adoption gets a bad rap because Annie's in there. Annie, she's singing and dancing. She's doing all that. That's not how you get adopted. Basically, if you want to know how you get adopted, it's how some people don't eat pizza crust, and then you see that, and other people are like, hey, I'll take the pizza crust. That's adoption. That's basically what adoption is. That's true. The reason I got adopted is because when my parents got told they couldn't have kids, so they adopted my older brother, and then 2 years later they adopted me. Then 5 years later, my mom got pregnant with my little sister. Yeah, so it was a great miracle baby. It was awesome. That's fine. She's not here. That doesn't matter. She doesn't come to my shows. You think she's a fan? Oh no, absolutely not. She's seen it enough. Well, anyways, so like, basically, since me and my brother, we really don't know what we are, we took this thing called 23andMe. You guys know about 23andMe? Maybe you take your DNA, send it to the FBI. You guys know about that? That's all they got there one guy. And it's funny because now there's one for a dog too. It's called Embark. Yeah. It's not even a joke. I just want them to sponsor me. That's the best thing ever. You know? So last Christmas, me, my brother, and the dog all took DNA tests. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm a mutt, apparently. I'm a mutt. It's great. I'm just saying, just adopt, don't shop. That's really the motto of my comedy, guys. Adopt, don't shop. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. That woman likes me too much, almost. I'll have to figure out what gaslighting is later. I appreciate it. Thank you. How is she louder than me and I have the microphone? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Are we camping? Are we camping? Are we camping on the ground or glamping? What are we doing there? Glamping? Yeah, that's the better way to go. Because like camping's weird. I grew up way up north and people go up there and camp and they sleep on the ground. Eye level with snakes. Oh, fuck that. I hate snakes. And I also grew up with a lisp when I was a kid, so I just think they're making fun of me now. Like, not messing around with those things. Also, you're gonna sleep where bears are? That's not okay, Bears are insane. They're large mammals, and we're like, oh yeah, let's just go lay where they are, That's a smart idea. My buddy came back from Washington State, and he went hiking in Washington, and he was like, hey, Judd, look at this. It's a brochure about bears. And they gave it to him right before he went on the hike. And you read this stuff, it's wild. This is true, that when you're hiking in Washington, you have to be loud and boisterous on the trail so the bears know where you are. That's what they say. And then they had like fun facts about these bears, and it said, grizzly bears will bluff charge 3/4 of the way, then retreat, then do their actual charge. So you're supposed to stand still for the first charge, and then you run when they do the second one. So that brochure was definitely made by the bears, right? They're like, we're gonna know where they are, we're gonna stay still. We got these motherfuckers. They got their little paws doing InDesign, making brochures. Hell yeah, man. For sure. I love this place. This is fun. I like how we just have a coffee maker real close to the stage. Never know when you need a spurk, It's fun. Germantown, what are we doing? Are we polka fans here? Are we polka fans? Yeah? You guys ever see like an accordion and you're like, I can play that, right? Like, you don't know how an accordion actually is supposed to sound. They always, that's kind of something, a harmonica. You play it once, you're like, yeah, it's kind of a no, but it works, yeah, for sure. I grew up north, and when you're up north, it's like weird because the polka bands are always at church. And all the old people go there and they fucking rock out to it. But if you listen to polka, it's always the same thing. It's just complaining about like their spouse. It's like, I got the money, so she calls me honey. Oh, Delilah, won't you come with me? She does the talking, so I do the walking. Oh, Delilah, won't you come with me? And those dudes are fucking rocking out. Hell yeah, I got a Delilah in my life. Her name's Susan, but I get it, man. Hell yeah, praise bejeebus, yes. Heck yeah. And I grew up north, and I go to church with my parents because it's easier than fighting. And when you grow up Catholic, at the end of the Mass, they have a prayer for like just an odd thing. And it's all pandering to the crowd. And I grew up in a very small town, so our problems are very minimal. So this is a true prayer from Clintonville, Wisconsin. If you want to just bow your heads for this moment, I would love to. Dear Lord, we want to thank you for the sunshine. We want to hope the rain holds off for the Sauerkraut Festival later on today. really want to have some of that sauerkraut. Also, pray for Jimmy. He rolled his ankle getting out of his UTV. Hope he makes it to the Sauerkraut Festival later today. And dear Lord, I sure hope they're playing the Packers at the Sauerkraut Festival later today. I know Aaron Rodgers fibbed, but there's only one fib we hate, and that's the Bears. Am I right, guys? Amen, amen. Oh, yes. I love going home. Going home's fun. My mom, she's done this new thing now where she buys a bunch of like canvas prints and plates, and they all say home on them, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, it's all variation. It's like, bless this home. This home is a home. You know, it's like a bunch of things like that. And I assume it's because she's getting older and like one day she's gonna be like, where am I? Oh, I am home. Thank God I bought these signs. Thank God. It's also funny because that's just where I'm going to put her when she gets older. So it's like, well, welcome. Just in time. All right. My dad's a funny character too. My dad he's doing weird stuff on what he likes to call the Facebooks. Judd, I'm on the Facebooks. But he doesn't know how to use the Facebooks. His status the other day was just paste. P-A-S-T-E. That means somewhere he went and wrote C-O-P-Y, enter, and then went to his Facebook and was like, this is how you do it, right? He shared an entire woman's wedding album that he did not know. That's true? Imagine being a girl named Whitney and getting that notification. John Reminger Jr. is just doing some crazy stuff. My mom's cool too. She has a lot of things in her life. She's done like so many things. She was, you know, I just want to capture her stories. So I was like, hey Mom, I sat her down for Christmas. I sat her down. I was like, Mom, give me the top 3 things you've done in your life. And I want to capture it, you know. And she had to think for a little bit. She goes, well, Judd, probably number 1 is being married to your father for 42 years. You know, that's something I really cherish. I was like, oh, that's great. And she goes, number 2 was probably my children's book that I wrote, my children's book. And my mom is a great writer. She has a great children's book. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then she goes, number 3. Number 3. Probably naming my book club, you know? It's like, well, what? And my mom's like, yeah, Judd, I'm in this book club. She's in the book club with like, these girls. And Judd, it's so funny. I guess what I named the book club? I call it Gab. Girls and books. Guess what we do, Judd? It is Gab. Germantown, I tell you that story because of the story I told you earlier when my mom got told she wasn't fertile enough for kids. And she now has 3 kids. And we didn't even podium, you know? On her gravestone, it's going to say wife, author, book club member. That's all it's going to say. It's not even going to say mother. So we started our own book club, and the first book we're going to read is Left Behind. I think that's really what we're going to do. It's fun being from a small town. There was some big stuff that happened, though. There was a guy who went missing from my hometown about 2 years ago. And don't worry, he's found. He basically took his uncle's truck, was found at a rest stop in Illinois. It's fine. He was missing for 4 days. And basically the first day, his parents put up a missing poster on Facebook. His height, his weight, what he was wearing. And they would update it every single day. And the first day, they had a lot of updates. Second day, not as many updates. Third day, no more updates. So people start commenting in the comments on Facebook, hey, any updates, any updates, any updates. And then after 3 any updates, you just see my dad post a gif of a woman going, You know, like he's trolling a missing persons case, you know? I called my dad. I was like, Dad, you need to take this down. He goes, I didn't know I put it up there. I was like, fair. If you guys want some homework, I'll show you after the show. It's still up. How much time I got, Cody? Oh, cool. Thanks, man. My name is Judd. See you guys later.